everyone, welcome back to 中文, the channel where we talk about creative ways for learning Chinese. I know it's been a while since you've seen one of my videos. I've been working on several projects which have just been getting too big, so I've decided to split one of them up into a series of short videos on the topic. The topic is, as you can see, 多音字, okay, which basically means single characters which can carry several different pronunciations. This difference in pronunciation can be either a difference in the tone or in the full pronunciation of the character. Sometimes the difference in meaning is large, and sometimes the difference in meaning can be simply the difference between a noun and a verb. As we gather more of these characters, I'll eventually make a summary video which will also have comparisons between. So let's take a look at our character. Here on the left we can see the simplified form of this character, and on the right the traditional version. We can see here that the radical is the heart radical because this character's meanings have to do with intentions, thoughts, and actions based on decisions, whereas the part that gives it its sound is this upper part here, pronounced also ying, which is an archaic version of eagle. This character, as said, has two pronunciations which have a tonal difference. The first is ying in the first tone, and the second is ying in the fourth tone. Still using the pleco color system here. So let's take a look at the difference in meaning between these two pronunciations. In order to do so, we'll take a look at some different words that are created with each pronunciation of the character. For example, ying, so we have yinggai, yingdang, both meaning should or ought to. We have daying, okay, even though here the ying is in the soft tone or qingsheng, it's still part of the first tone group, and here it means to agree or to promise. And lastly, we have a word that's a little less common, yingfan, meaning your part of work or a certain part of work that's allocated to you in an organization. And if we draw the meaning out of all these words, we can understand that the first tone ying means something like should or agree, where in this last case here, it means the part of work that you should be taking upon yourself. Let's take a look now at the fourth tone pronunciation. Yingfu, okay, to deal with, to cope with. Yingda or yingdui, meaning to 适应, to suit or to adapt to. And yingdi, okay, which means to meet an oncoming enemy. So if we try and take the meaning of all these fourth tone yings from these words, we can reach something like to respond or to deal with. So if we ask ourselves what the connection and differentiation between these two pronunciations would be, I would say it's something along these lines. If we take a timeline where this is our past and this is our future, then these first tone ying situations are before a certain fact. So I am agreeing to something, something that should be is something that in the past I think should be in the future, right? So all these things are happening at this point in time, whereas the fourth tone ying have to do with responses to things that already happened, right? A certain thing has occurred at this point in time, and now I need to respond to it. I need to deal with it. This can maybe help you remember the differentiation. Coupled with the technique that I mentioned in one of my other videos talking about how to make a connection between the tone and the meaning. So, for example, in this case of the fourth tone, ying, and we think of that downward, that decisive motion, and we can think that this is a response. Okay, we're dealing with something. You can think of the finality of something that's happening in the future as opposed to the past. Whereas for yin, we can associate it with new or high or different things that have to do with what should be. And this, in general, this tool can help you differentiate between the different meanings of characters that carry two tones. So I hope this video helped understand a little more the concept of 多音字 or multi-tones or pronunciation characters. And as I said, there'll be more videos in this series later on. So if you like this content, please like, share, comment, let me know what you want to see more of, and I'll see you next time.